Dreaded mafia don Mukhtar Ansari's mortal remains en route Ghazipur. The Don's son Umar levels sensational allegation of poisoning in prison.
19 मार्च को रात के खाने में उन्हें जहर दिया गया था.
Opposition targets the Yogi Adityanath government in Uttar Pradesh.
उत्तर प्रदेश में बहुत कुछ होते हैं जिसको लगे उनको गोली से भून दिया जाते हैं.
फैमिली कह रही है कि उनको स्लो पॉइजन दिया गया है जिसकी वजह से उनकी मौत हुई है.
BJP accuses the opposition of minority appeasement politics.
कुछ लोगों की आदत सी बन गई है कि इस तरह के किसी भी मुद्दे को, चाहे कितना भी संवेदनशील मुद्दा हो, उसका इमोशनल एक्सप्लॉइटेशन करो.
Was the mafia don poisoned in prison? Or is this blatant minority appeasement politics at play? That's our top focus on India First. There was a time that Mukhtar Ansari's name was synonymous with terror, and not just in the Purvanchal region of Uttar Pradesh. His criminal empire spread far beyond the borders of the state. Governments depended on his support, and a police officer who dared to file an FIR against him says he was forced to resign. Today, as Mukhtar Ansari's mortal remains are being sent home, details of his desperate letters, fearing he would be killed in prison, have surfaced. So was he poisoned in prison? Or did he actually die of a heart attack? And is there merit in the allegation that the mafia don's death shows the state is a law unto itself in Uttar Pradesh? Or is the opposition actually indulging in blatant minority appeasement politics? I'm Gaurav Sawant. We debate. But as always, let's get started with the headlines. Mukhtar Ansari's post-mortem complete, body en route Ghazipur. Magisterial inquiry ordered. Family insists the don was poisoned. Big political meltdown over Mukhtar Ansari's death. Congress slams the BJP, claims total failure of law and order in Uttar Pradesh. Asaduddin Owaisi taunts Yogi Adityanath, says Uttar Pradesh run by rule of gun and not rule of law. Congress fund fight escalates. Income tax department slaps the Congress with a 1,700 crore notice. Congress calls it tax terrorism. Kejriwal arrest showdown continues. Mrs. Kejriwal launches Kejriwal Ko Ashirwad WhatsApp campaign. BJP targets the Aam Aadmi Party, asks why is Aam Aadmi Party MP Raghav Chadha missing in action. Dreaded Uttar Pradesh mafia don Mukhtar Ansari's son Umar Ansari says his father feared for his life in Banda jail. On the 19th of March, Mukhtar Ansari said he had been poisoned. His lawyer wants his March 21st petition at the Barabanki court to be deemed Ansari's dying declaration. But ever since Yogi Adityanath government got Ansari back from Punjab's Ropar prison, where incidentally the Aam Aadmi Party government has taken on the Congress government and accused them of keeping Mukhtar Ansari like a VVIP in a Punjab jail, Mukhtar Ansari feared his days were numbered with Yogi Adityanath as the Chief Minister of Uttar Pradesh. Our Uttar Pradesh Bureau with our top story.
For decades, under political patronage, Mukhtar Ansari ran his fiefdom in eastern UP. But his fortunes changed after 2017 when Yogi Adityanath took oath as Chief Minister of Uttar Pradesh. Chief Minister Adityanath was keen to change the image of Purvanchal since he too came from Gorakhpur. And after coming to power, the first thing he did was to order Mukhtar Ansari's transfer to Agra jail from Lucknow jail. Since 2017, the police have so far confiscated properties worth 605 crore rupees owned by Ansari and his gang members. Properties worth 284.77 lakh rupees were demolished. Illegal possessions were seized from Ansari and his men. 164 miscreants associated with Ansari were booked under the Gangsters Act. 6 gangsters linked with Ansari were charged under the National Security Act. Illegal businesses worth 215 crore rupees were shut down. In 2019, Ansari was taken away by Punjab police for allegedly making an extortion call to a Mohali-based builder. In April 2021, the Supreme Court ordered Punjab government to transfer Ansari back to UP as he was charged as an accused in several criminal cases. And since then, he was lodged in Banda jail.
आपने देखा होगा ना उत्तर प्रदेश के कुख्यात माफिया को इन्होंने पंजाब में सांड दे रखी थी। कई महीनों तक हम लड़ते रहे, बाद में वापस लेकर के गए फिर उसको।
In 2022, the BJP's assembly poll campaign in UP revolved around Yogi's crackdown on Mafia Raj. The Chief Minister began to popularly known as Bulldozer Baba for sending bulldozers against top criminals like Mukhtar Ansari.
यूपी में भाजपा सरकार होने का मतलब है दंगा राज, माफिया राज, गुंडा राज, इन पर बराबर कंट्रोल।
Interestingly, Ansari was behind bars since 2005 and was a prime accused in over 60 cases. But until 2017, he was convicted in 0 cases. Since 2017, when Yogi came to power, Mukhtar Ansari has been convicted in 8 cases and was serving his sentence at Banda jail.
जो लोग पर्व और त्योहारों में उपद्रव पैदा करके यहाँ की कानून व्यवस्था को व्हीलचेयर में लाने का काम करते थे, आज वे स्वयं व्हीलचेयर में पड़े हुए हैं और सांस लेने के लिए तरस रहे हैं।
Bureau Report, India Today.
In the run-up to the 2024 elections, the battle lines are very clearly drawn. Opposition accuses the Yogi Adityanath government of being a law unto itself. The BJP accuses the opposition of blatant Muslim appeasement politics, even on this issue. So let's bring in our guests on this special broadcast. Joining me on this special broadcast, A.K. Jain, former Uttar Pradesh Police top cop. Anurag Bhadoria, Samajwadi Party leader and spokesperson. Shantanu Gupta is an author and analyst joining me on the show. But before I come to our guests, I quickly want to cut across to India Today's Abhishek Mishra joining us from Ghazipur. Abhishek, what's the situation on ground? There was apprehension that the situation could take a turn for the worse, with several people coming out to pay their homage to Mukhtar Ansari. But is Section 144 in place? What's the situation on ground?
Well, absolutely. With the fact that what was expected, the situation is absolutely opposite to it. From morning itself, we have been witnessing on the ground, specifically in the Mohammadabad area, in Ghazipur, situation was under control. Yes, during the Friday prayers, there were some people who came afterwards and they were trying to mobilize, but the administration made sure that nothing of that sort happens. On the contrary, we have also seen how there was also, people's participation. They were not very vocal about any kind of narrative, and that is what, has played a very important role. The district magistrate, the superintendent of police, and the other top officials constantly were trying to make that appeal, and that had worked in their favor as well, since the Section 124 is imposed, and at the same time, moral code of conduct. So that was the reason. But now we're expecting the body to arrive in Ghazipur within 2 hours, approximately midnight, because it has already left the Handia and is moving towards Varanasi. That is approximately 2.5-hour journey. So that is the current report. And just when the body will arrive at the residence of Mukhtar Ansari, we're expecting people to come there, their relatives and the known one who are waiting for it. And
Supurde-e-Khak happens tomorrow morning is what we are being told. Track that story. I will come to you for more on this. But Shantanu Gupta, Mukhtar Ansari feared he would be poisoned in prison. Now he's dead. His family alleges nothing was done to save him. They want AIMS to conduct a post-mortem, Mr. Gupta.
See, Mukhtar Ansari, various times he wanted to go out of UP so that he can live a VVIP life. And Congress helped him during the Punjab government. He did go to Banda through a fake case, and they did live here in a very VVIP treatment. He was giving a lot of these fake excuses from last many years in Uttar Pradesh jails so that he can live a life of luxury, which he was used to during Samajwadi Party and BSP rule. And so don't give heed to this these charges. The Banda medical report already said that he has died out of heart attack. The AIMS report already said that he died out of heart attack. And now the magisterial inquiry will come up in 4 weeks, where the presence of any kind of poison in his body will be traced. And the 4 weeks the report will come. और दूध का दूध पानी का पानी हो जाएगा.
Anurag Bhadoria, Mukhtar Abbas Naqvi of the BJP accuses the opposition of blatant Muslim appeasement, minority appeasement politics. BJP says opposition only speaks for criminals and mafia.
देखिए, भारतीय जनता पार्टी के साथ दिक्कत क्या है कि भारतीय जनता पार्टी तथ्यों पे बात नहीं करती है। भाई आज उत्तर प्रदेश के अंदर में सबसे ज्यादा कस्टोडियल डेथ हो रही है। क्यों? भाई सजा न्याय तो न्यायपालिका करेगा, तो सजा न्याय जब न्यायपालिका करेगा और जब न्यायिक हिरासत में कोई व्यक्ति है तो उसकी जिम्मेदारी सरकार की होती है। अगर परिवार के लोग कह रहे हैं कि जहर दिया जा रहा है तो ये सरकार की जिम्मेदारी होती है इस बात को गंभीरता से लेना। तो ऐसा लग रहा है कि गंभीरता से बात को लिया नहीं गया। और जहां तक मैं भारतीय जनता पार्टी से पूछता हूं, आपने देखा हुआ जितेंद्र यादव का इनकाउंटर हुआ था इसी नोएडा के अंदर में, वो जिम इंस्ट्रक्टर था, उसको गोली लगी, अपाहिज हुआ, आज भी बेड पे उसके बच्चे आज भी भटक रहे हैं। कौन उसके जिम्मेदार है? विवेक तिवारी उत्तर प्रदेश के अंदर में, उसका भी इसी तरह पुलिस ने गोली मार दी थी रात में। वो तो कहो हम लोग रोड पे आ जाते हैं तो पता चलता नहीं, फिर बाद में पुलिस के ऊपर FIR हुई, पुलिस जेल में गई। पुष्पेंद्र यादव का आपने देखा होगा झांसी में किस तरह से इनकाउंटर किया गया था, उसके बाद पता चला कि नहीं वो इनकाउंटर सही नहीं था। उसकी वाइफ ने बाद में, चूंकि उसको न्याय नहीं मिल रहा था तो उसने सुसाइड कर लिया। कौन है जिम्मेदार? एक नहीं है। मनीष, आपने देखा गोरखपुर में किस तरह से मनीष की पुलिस के द्वारा पीट के उसकी मौत हुई थी। तो सवाल ये उठता है, फतेहपुर में भी इसी तरह से हुआ। कस्टोडियल डेथ लगातार जो बढ़ रही है, इसकी जिम्मेदारी तो सरकार को कहीं ना कहीं लेनी होगी। सरकार ये कह के नहीं बच सकती कि भाई ये हमें जुडिशरी पे विश्वास रखना होगा और सरकार को अपनी जिम्मेदारी निभाने पर।
क्रिमिनल भी है तो सजा तो न्यायालय देगा। द कोर्ट्स विल पनिश। दिस is extrajudicial killing is what the Samajwadi Party alleges, Mr. Gupta.
Gaurav, in all the cases of encounters in UP or any of the custodial death, all the cases went to the magistrate and not won the case. Not in a single case, police stood in the wrong side of the court. See, I think what someone like Bhadoria ji is worried about, UP has a culture of ladke hain galti ho jati hai. Today UP have a culture of mafia hai to mitti mein mila dunga. That's their problem. They are the one people who, जिन्होंने पोषित किया. They were the one who sent the mafias who should be in the jail to Vidhan Sabha and Sansad. And that's the problem. The pain is coming. You know what is the tweet of Samajwadi Party today? Shri Mukhtar Ansari ji in the Shok Sandesh. For them, it's Shri Mukhtar Ansari ji. For everyone else, for the government of UP currently, he's a gangster.
Okay.
मेरा सवाल है कि आप ये बताइए कि भारतीय जनता पार्टी के कितने MLA हैं, विधायक हैं जिनपे या MP जिनपे संगीन मुकदमे हैं? वो है ना, भी लोकसभा में भी है, विधानसभा में भी है, तो आपने उनको टिकट क्यों दी हुई है? क्यों नहीं आपने निकाला? कई तो ऐसे हैं जो आप भी अच्छी तरह जानते हैं, किससे पहलवान महिलाओं के साथ अन्याय हुआ था और पहलवान महिलाओं को किस तरह से रोड पे घसीटा गया था, तब आप कहां चले गए थे? मणिपुर में बेटी के साथ अन्याय हुआ, तब कहां चले गए थे? हाथरस में बेटी के साथ हुआ, तब कहां चले गए थे? यहाँ बीएचयू में जिस तरह से बच्ची के साथ अन्याय हुआ था, तब आप कहां चले गए थे? उन्नाव में किसके ऊपर हुआ? एक रेप के मामले में अभी आपका एक विधायक जेल में भेजा गया है, अभी कोर्ट ने जेल में भेजा है, आपने तो टिकट दी थी उसको। तो सवाल उठता है कि आप ऐसी बातें मत करो, आपकी सरकार में अत्याचार बढ़ा है। मैंने तो आपको नाम बताया, जितेंद्र यादव को आपको नाम बताया एनकाउंटर का, मैंने विवेक तिवारी का नाम बताया लखनऊ का, मैंने पुष्पेंद्र यादव का नाम बताया जिसकी पत्नी ने आत्महत्या की, मनीष का नाम बताया, हमने शैलेंद्र सिंह फतेहपुर का नाम बताया, कितना आपको नाम बताया? आपका तो सब गलत है।
Before I bring in Mr. A.K. Jain, Shantanu Gupta, you want to quickly respond? Extrajudicial killing actually puts a big question mark on the executive.
I think what put I think the question mark on the executive, what put the question marks on the executive is when these mafias were in assemblies and parliament, when they used to flood the courtrooms, when they used to flood the jail rooms. And ex-DGP Mr. Jain is there, he will tell you the story. जब हम बात करते हैं कि यूपी में माफिया रास्ता, these were the stories. If you hear the DSP Shailendra Singh, who confiscated the LMG and he lost whole of his career because Mulayam Singh Yadav's patronage, right?
सरकार प्रभु सरकार तो अभी भारतीय जनता पार्टी की है, अभी अत्याचार क्यों हो रहा है? अभी इस तरह गुंडा राज क्यों हो रहा है? तो सरकार भारतीय जनता पार्टी की है, अभी महिलाओं के साथ अन्याय क्यों बढ़ रहा है? ये बताइए मुझे, मैं सवाल पूछता हूं आपसे।
I want to quickly bring into this conversation Mr. A.K. Jain. Sir, as a former top cop of Uttar Pradesh, a panel of doctors have reportedly concluded Mukhtar Ansari died of a heart attack. However, his family continues to insist he was poisoned. They want his last petition in the Barabanki court to be considered a dying declaration. What do you make of this situation, sir?
No, that is not the dying declaration. He died several days after that incident. He complained of food poisoning on 18th of
yes,
on 18th of March, that he was given poison. After that, he was examined by a panel of 3 doctors, and the doctors declared him absolutely safe, and he was shifted to the jail. And after that, there was a statement I heard from Mr. Afzal Ansari, his brother, that now he is satisfied and Mukhtar Ansari is much better. There is a CCTV in his barrack, and I am told that 3-4 people used to eat food first before serving it to Mukhtar Ansari, because he had several persons of his confidence inside the jail. They used to first taste the food and then hand it over to Mukhtar Ansari. And I fail to understand why somebody from jail will poison Mukhtar Ansari. Mukhtar Ansari was not going to contest election. He has been sentenced to life imprisonment in 2 cases.
Yes.
So many cases were in the pipeline in which he was going to be convicted. So why will somebody poison him? What will he achieve out of it? He was not going to come out of jail.
Okay.
He would have remained jail till his death. So I don't think there is any reason. And one thing I would like to point out, that when Mr. Kapil Sibal and others, they were opposing transfer of Mukhtar Ansari from Ropar jail to Banda jail, UP, they said, and it's on record, that he is a heart patient, he is not well, his health is in terrible condition, and he is not fit to be shifted to UP jail, and he should be allowed to remain in Ropar jail. So it means there was some history also.
Okay.
Once he had heart attack when he was having tea with his wife. Yes. And this was 5 years back, and he was treated, and after that he was all right. So, and we should believe, I think, the panel of doctors which are from KGMC, Lucknow and PGI, they are not local doctors. Now the Sun says that I don't have faith in the doctors of UP. So there is no such precedent that doctors will be flown from outside to conduct post-mortem in the state. KGMC doctors, PGI doctors, they are, I think, the top doctors in our state, and one should have faith in it. And there is going to be magisterial inquiry, because in every such death in which a convict dies when he is in jail, he is considered in judicial custody. ADM FR has been ordered as magistrate, and he will record the statements of jail people, of other doctors. Let us wait, and if government wants, it can order judicial inquiry also, so that the truth comes out, as it was done in the case of as it was done in the case of Vikas Dubey and Atiq and Ashraf.
मेरा सीधा सा सवाल है कि लगातार कस्टोडियल डेथ क्यों बढ़ रही है, उत्तर प्रदेश क्यों इस पे आगे बढ़ता चला जा रहा है, मेरा सवाल ये है। दूसरा सवाल ये है कि क्यों गोलियां जेल के अंदर चलती हैं, मुन्ना बजरंगी को तो जेल के अंदर ही मारा गया, क्यों इसलिए उत्तर प्रदेश के अंदर में जेल में के अंदर में लोग सुरक्षित नहीं है, जेल के बाहर सुरक्षित नहीं, अपने घरों में सुरक्षित नहीं है, तो आदमी सुरक्षित कहां पे उत्तर प्रदेश के अंदर में, सवाल एक उठता है। दूसरा सवाल
अपराधियों की बात कर रहे हैं कि अपराधी सुरक्षित नहीं है।
जेल के अंदर तो गोली नहीं चलनी चाहिए ना, जेल के अंदर सजा देने वाला कौन होता है, सजा तो न्यायालय देगा, जेल के अंदर तो नहीं गोली मार दी जाएगी। दूसरा बार बार हमने सवाल जो उठाया कि जितेंद्र यादव, विवेक तिवारी, पुष्पेंद्र यादव, मनीष पे जो हम सवाल उठा रहे हैं, इस पे बोलने को तैयार नहीं, क्यों नहीं बोलने को तैयार भाई? जैन साहब आप ही बता दीजिए कि जिससे विवेक तिवारी की जो हत्या हुई, जिस तरह का इनकाउंटर, या जितेंद्र यादव, पुष्पेंद्र यादव, मनीष, इतनी घटना, इस पे भी तो कुछ बोलिए।
बट आई वांट टू रेज another very pertinent point here, and Mr. Jain, you want to quickly respond to the point raised by Anurag Bhadoria, sir?
I know of one or two cases. Manish, in the case of Gorakhpur, inspector and others, they were booked under Section 302. The house of that inspector, which was constructed in Chenat area of Lucknow, it was bulldozed because it was illegally constructed without any sanction of MAP. I think very deterrent action was taken, and his wife was given job in Kanpur Development Authority. And nobody in police wants such an incident to be repeated. It's a very bad incident.
Fair enough. I now want to move forward. Hold on, Anurag Bhadoria. I want to move forward to another very important point. Mukhtar Ansari may have lived in fear in Banda prison in Uttar Pradesh, but a sensational claim has been made by Punjab's Aam Aadmi Party Prisons Minister Harjot Singh Bains, former Prisons Minister, currently Education Minister, who raised serious questions about how the then Congress government in Punjab shielded the mafia don. I'm not saying this. Here the minister, as he says, the mafia don Mukhtar Ansari was shielded for 2 years between 2019 and 21. Bains on the floor of the Punjab Assembly hit out at the Congress government, saying Mukhtar Ansari was lodged like a VVIP in Ropar prison. In Ropar prison.
Who was the Chief Minister?
Sir, listen to this. I'll come to you more.
I'm asking.
Sir, wait. Do not derail that probe. Do not derail the investigation. Do not derail this line of questioning. A barrack that was meant for 25 under trials was cleared so that Mukhtar Ansari could live there with his wife. The Congress government paid 55 lakh rupees to a top Supreme Court lawyer to try and ensure Mukhtar Ansari was not sent to UP to face trial. Listen in.
Nami gangster Mukhtar Ansari was kept in a Punjab jail for 2 years and 3 months. एक जाली FIR करके मोहाली दे विच उस शख्स ते 10 पर्चे से यूपी ते एक जाली FIR करते उस FIR दे विच कोई चलान नहीं होया सर उस FIR चों डिफॉल्ट बिल नहीं लई सर ते इन्ना ही नहीं सर this is very important it's related to law and order of Punjab let me finish
let him complete
this is related to law and order of my state let me complete sir this is very important
let him complete
sir 2 ਸਾਲ 3 ਮਹੀਨੇ ਉਹਨੂੰ ਪੰਜਾਬ ਦੀ ਰੋਪੜ ਜੇਲ੍ਹ 'ਚ ਰੱਖਿਆ ਗਿਆ ਜਿਸ ਬੈਰਕ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ 25 ਬੰਦੇ ਆਣੇ ਚਾਹੀਦੇ ਸੀ he was given a VIP treatment ਉਸ ਦੀ ਵਾਈਫ ਉਸ ਜੇਲ੍ਹ 'ਚ ਨਾਲ ਰਹਿੰਦੀ ਸਰ ਸਰ ਇੱਥੇ ਨਹੀਂ ਰੁਕਦੀ ਗੱਲ ਸਰ ਇੱਥੇ ਨਹੀਂ ਰੁਕਦੀ ਹੁਣ 2 ਸਾਲ 3 ਮਹੀਨਿਆਂ 'ਚ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਫੋਨ ਯੂਜ਼ ਕੀਤੇ ਹੋਣਗੇ ਕਿੰਨੇ ਗੈਂਗਸਟਰ ਪੈਦਾ ਕੀਤੇ ਹੋਣਗੇ not only this then it also joins and it also puts burden on then it sir not only this sir सुन लो ਇੱਥੇ ਬਜਟ ਵੀ ਆ ਗਿਆ ਸਰ ਇੱਥੇ ਬਜਟ ਵੀ ਆ ਗਿਆ this is very important sir ਇੱਥੇ ਬਜਟ ਵੀ ਆ ਗਿਆ ਸਰ ਯੂਪੀ ਗਵਰਨਮੈਂਟ ਨੇ 26 ਵਾਰੀ ਪ੍ਰੋਟੈਕਸ਼ਨ ਵਾਰੰਟ ਕੱਢਿਆ 26 ਵਾਰੀ ਪੰਜਾਬ ਨੇ ਸੁਣਿਆ ਨਹੀਂ then the UP government filed a writ in Supreme Court of India ਮੁਖਤਾਰ ਅੰਸਾਰੀ ਨੂੰ ਬਚਾਉਣ ਦੇ ਲਈ ਸਰ ਸੀਨੀਅਰ ਐਡਵੋਕੇਟ ਜਿਹਦੀ 11 ਲੱਖ ਰੁਪਇਆ ਪੇਸ਼ੀ ਦੀ ਫੀਸ ਸੀ 11 ਲੱਖ ਰੁਪਇਆ ਇੱਕ ਦਿਨ ਦੀ ਫੀਸ ਸੀ 55 ਲੱਖ ਦਾ ਬਿੱਲ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਆ ਹੋਇਆ
Okay, Anurag Bhadoria, and now respond.
ये आपने जो
26 production warrants, 26 Congress government in Punjab, fake case so that Mukhtar Ansari can live in a barrack that's meant for 25 under trials. वो अपनी पत्नी के साथ वहां रह रहा था 55 लाख रुपए का बिल आया
इन्होंने पुरानी बात बताई है जब असेंबली में बोल रहे थे अगर ऐसा सवाल उठाया जाएगा तो भारतीय जनता पार्टी क्या बोलती थी शिवसेना के लिए शिवसेना के लिए तो माफिया बोलती थी, करप्ट बोलती थी, क्या बोलती थी, अजीत पवार के लिए क्या क्या नहीं बोला था। बाद में तो आपने उनको अपनी पार्टी में ले लिया। अगर ये सवाल पूछा जाएगा तो जवाब तो भारतीय जनता पार्टी के पास नहीं होगा। और उस समय जो चीफ मिनिस्टर थे वो चीफ मिनिस्टर आज भारतीय जनता पार्टी के साथ है। सुन लीजिए, तो आज वो भारतीय जनता पार्टी के साथ है, तो इसके मतलब भारतीय जनता पार्टी जो भी कर रही है वो गलत कर रही है। माने गलत लोगों को इसके मतलब नहीं, उनसे तो कोई पूछता ही नहीं है। उनसे कहां पूछोगे
सर?
आप
इंडिया
उनसे
फर्स्ट में हम पूछेंगे,
उनसे पूछिए।
लेकिन अभी तो आप उत्तर
अभी
दीजिए।
मैं जवाब दे रहा हूं ना,
मतलब
अभी जवाब दे रहा हूं कि भारतीय जनता पार्टी जिन लोगों को करप्ट बोलती थी, जिन लोगों के ऊपर आरोप लगाती थी भ्रष्टाचार का, उनको तो अपनी पार्टी में शामिल कर लिया। और उनको अगर अशोक चौहान की बात देख लीजिए, क्या बोलती है
तो इस मुद्दे पर छोड़कर आप हर मुद्दे पर बात करेंगे।
इस मुद्दे पे भी बोल रहा हूं, इस मुद्दे पे जिस समय ये बात बोल रहे हैं, ये पुरानी बात बोल रहे हैं। तो इस तरह से बात
क्या बात दिखाती है? ये दर्शाता क्या है?
दर्शाता ये
क्या कांग्रेस पार्टी ने
वो पॉलिटिकली बोल रहे हैं, वो पॉलिटिकली बोल रहे हैं,
या तो सच बोल रहे हैं या झूठ बोल रहे हैं,
पॉलिटिकली बोल रहे हैं। और दूसरा बात पॉलिटिकली है, जो भी होता है पॉलिटिकली होगा, वो कांग्रेस उसका जवाब देगी। ठीक कि वहां क्या नहीं हुआ तो कांग्रेस जवाब दे सकती है। मैं तो वहां पंजाब में था नहीं, लेकिन सवाल ये उठता है कि क्या जुडिशियल कस्टडी जिस तरह की उत्तर प्रदेश में डेथ बढ़ी है, ये सही है गलत है? सवाल इस बात पे। और मैं ये दूसरा सवाल मेरा एक और है, जो अधिकारी उस समय पोस्ट होते हैं तब तो सवाल नहीं उठाते, जैसे ही अधिकारी रिटायर हो जाते हैं फिर अपने क्या उनको फायदा नुकसान दिखाई पड़ता है मुझे पता नहीं, उसके बाद उनकी अंतरात्मा जग जाती है।
ये तो एक मंत्री कह रहे हैं और फ्लोर ऑफ द हाउस में कह रहे हैं।
क्या कह रहे हैं नहीं कह रहे, वो कांग्रेस को सामने कह रहे थे, वो जवाब देंगे।
Fair enough.
मैं ये बोलना चाह रहा हूं,
let me bring Shantanu Gupta to respond. Let me get Shantanu Gupta to respond. Shantanu Gupta, this Mukhtar Ansari, Congress may have spent money in Punjab prison. At least he was safe, he was alive. In Uttar Pradesh, he's died. Anurag Bhadoria raises the point, why are people unsafe even in police custody or prison custody in Uttar Pradesh, sir?
Gaurav, in last half an hour, Anurag Bhadoria has not answered any of your questions. He's just changing the goalpost. You tell him one name, he say another name. कुछ लोग फंस जाते हैं तो कहते हैं तो पॉलिटिकल क्वेश्चन है, ये कांग्रेस पे जाके पूछो. He has not answered any question, right? He should ask that why Mukhtar Ansari,
आप मेरा जवाब दे दो ना जितेंद्र यादव, मैं तो आपसे सवाल पूछ रहा हूँ, आप मेरा जवाब क्यों नहीं देते? मैं एक टाइम नोएडा में इनकाउंटर हुआ था, उसके बारे में बताएंगे कि नहीं बताएंगे आप? इनकाउंटर क्या था, फेक था या सही था? बताइए आप। पुष्पेंद्र यादव ने इनकाउंटर किया गया था, फेक था या सही था? आप बता दीजिए मुझे, क्यों नहीं जवाब देते आप? कमाल की बात करें, अपने संविधान सवाल पूछे जाएंगे क्या? हमें न्यायपालिका पे यकीन है।
ठीक है, उन्होंने गुंडागर्दी चैनल पे शुरू कर दिया।
One by one. Gentlemen, one by one. Mr. Gupta, please complete your point, sir.
I'm saying Samajwadi Party Gundagardhi is now coming on your TV channel. It's very upset. The way he's speaking.
Sir,
he has not answered.
Allow me. Sir, permit me. Go on, Mr. Gupta, finish your point. Anurag bhai.
If he doesn't shout out and start his Gundagardhi,
लाइट जला लो अपनी।
I'll surely speak.
लाइट जला नहीं पा रहे और
okay. Let's keep it on the substantive issue, please. Only Mr. Gupta. Go on, Shantanu. Go on.
So there is no substantial data which shows that judicial deaths has increased in UP. Yeah, what is the substantial data? That in Uttar Pradesh the crime rate has drastically reduced, and that is also shown the kind of investment that coming in UP, Gaurav, the kind of electricity that comes in UP, the kind of expressways that are there in UP, the kind of airport that there in UP. That's the clear data. But again, if you ask a question to Mr. Bhadoria, he will say Punjab, he will say Congress, he will not answer why Mukhtar Ansari, Shri Mukhtar Ansari ji for them.
Mukhtar Ansari may have died fearing for his life, but in his heydays, he was the all-powerful mafia don in the Purvanchal belt of Uttar Pradesh. There are horror stories of his criminal past. One story is about a brave young Deputy Superintendent of Police, Shailendra Singh, then DSP Special Task Force. Shailendra Singh, on instructions of his superiors as part of a case, tapped Mukhtar Ansari's phone. He realized Ansari was acquiring a light machine gun from an Indian Army deserter for 1 crore rupees, and this was in 2004. A raid was carried out. The weapon was recovered. A case was registered under the Prevention of Terrorism Act. But instead of being rewarded, the brave young officer, with just 9 years in service, he is alleged the then Chief Minister of Uttar Pradesh, the Mulayam Singh Yadav government, forced him to resign. We bring you this India Today special report.
थोड़ा सा रिकाउंट कर सकते हैं आप उस दिन को, उस वक्त को जो आपके साथ हुआ था?
अब उस समय तो बहुत विपरीत परिस्थिति थी, सोचना बड़ा, मैं नहीं चाहता हूँ उस चीज को सोचना, कि हम लोग और हमारी टीम जान पे खेल के रिकवर किए। लाइट मशीन गन की रिकवरी एकमात्र रिकवरी अब तक उत्तर प्रदेश की है, ना पहले कभी हुई ना 20 साल से अब हुई है, 20 साल में। तो हमने और हमारी टीम ने जान पे खेला। उसके बाद जो गुड वर्क था वो बैड वर्क हो गया, हमारी टीम को भी प्रताड़ित किया गया, मुझे भी किया गया। हमने अंत में सब कुछ अपने लेते हुए इस्तीफा दिया और त्यागपत्र में लिखा भी इस बात को कि अब तो सरकार को निर्देश सीधे माफिया दे रहे हैं, उनके हिसाब से सरकार चला रही है, हमारे जैसे ईमानदार अधिकारी के लिए काम करना मुश्किल है। और सर्विस छोड़ने के बाद जब हम बाहर आए तो सरकारी आवास छोड़ने के बाद प्राइवेट कोई हमें अपना घर नहीं दे रहा था। शाम को सामान रखूं, सवेरे खाली करना पड़ता था। आजीविका के लिए कहीं कोई प्राइवेट कंपनी में जाऊं, कुछ करना चाहूं तो कोई जॉब नहीं मिलता था, क्योंकि आप भी जानते हैं कि घर लेना हो, गाड़ी लेना हो तो बिना लोन के नहीं मिलता है, और लोन आपको बिना पे स्लिप के नहीं मिलेगी। तो मेरे लिए बहुत विकट परिस्थिति थी। वो सब दौर बीत चुका है, उस पर ज्यादा अब नहीं कहना है।
The Uttar Pradesh administration insists don't turn Neta Mukhtar Ansari died of a heart attack in Banda prison, but his son Umar has made a sensational allegation. He's alleged that his father was poisoned in jail and did not die of a heart attack. Ansari's son Umar claimed that his father was given poison in his food on the 19th of March. But how much truth does that claim hold? What does the post-mortem report say? We bring you more in this report.
अगर जिंदा रख कभी रखे होगा तो रूह रहेगी और तो बॉडी तो चली।
This is dreaded gangster turned Neta Mukhtar Ansari's last phone call with his family. A day later, he died of heart attack in a UP jail. His family is crying foul. Ansari's son alleges that his father was slowly poisoned to death, ruling out cardiac arrest as mentioned in his health bulletin. The family alleges that Ansari was poisoned on the night of March 19th.
जिनको जहर दिया गया उन्होंने आरोप लगाया 19 मार्च को रात के खाने में उन्हें जहर दिया गया।
कोई रिपोर्ट आवे, कोई कुछ कहे, लेकिन सच तो सच है। उनके शरीर को आप देखेंगे, कहीं नहीं कह सकता कि कोई आदमी बीमार आदमी मरा है।
Ansari's family has demanded his post-mortem to be conducted by a panel of AIIMS doctors from Delhi. India Today has accessed a conversation of Ansari with his son and daughter-in-law from jail. His son spoke of the poison even on the call with his gangster father.
अल्लाह ने बचा लिया पापा, आप हिम्मत से रहिए, इंशाल्लाह सब सही होगा। रमजान का पाक महीना हम लोग को पूरी उम्मीद। आप कुछ बोलिए पापा, जो हमसे कहना है बोलिए फटफट।
18 तारीख से बाद से पाक ही नहीं है, रोजा ही नहीं है, न एक वक्त की नमाज, बेहोशी टाइप हो जा रहा है।
हम समझ रहे हैं पापा, बिल्कुल समझ रहे हैं, बिल्कुल तो दिख ही रहा है कि बिल्कुल जहर का सब असर है पापा, लेकिन अल्लाह बहुत बड़ा है। हम लोग पढ़ के दम कर रहे हैं आप पे, आप बहुत जल्द सही हो जाएंगे इंशाल्लाह। किसी भी तरह हिम्मत करके पापा फोन कर लिया करिए रोज। आपकी आवाज सुन के जान में जान आ गई हम लोग के।
हाँ बाबू, हम अल्लाह अगर जिंदा रख कभी रखे होगा तो रूह रहेगी और तो बॉडी तो चली।
Around 20 years ago, gangster politician Mukhtar Ansari's empire was at its peak. The then Deputy SP of Police, while speaking to India Today, recalled the horrors that unfolded under Ansari. No police officer had the audacity to confront him, but it was Shailendra Singh who slapped pota charges on the gangster.
मुझे इस बात का संतोष है कि जो इसने किया था उस तरह से ये खुद अपने ऊपर ये तिल तिल करके नहीं मरना कहते हैं, तो उस तरह ये मरा है। तो जो किया था वो सामने आया और मुझे इस बात की रिलीफ है।
With Ansari's family claiming mystery around his death, the UP police is under pressure to conduct a thorough investigation to rule out any foul play. with Kumar Abhishek in Lucknow, Samarth Srivastav in Banda and Abhishek in Ghazipur. Bureau Report, India Today.
There was a time that Mukhtar Ansari's name was synonymous with terror in Uttar Pradesh. He acquired an assault rifle and a light machine gun, paid 1 crore for it. 500 bullets are alleged to have been pumped into his rival BJP MLA Krishnanand Rai's cavalcade. 7 people were killed in that attack. But it wasn't just Rai that was killed. 66 bullets were pumped into Rai alone. His choti, his shikha was chopped off. Was there a message there? Ansari had over 60 cases registered against him. This report tells you more about the Don's criminal background.
हमारा मानना है कि मौत का एक दिन निश्चित है, लेकिन शैतान कोशिश तो कर सकता है और तमाम तरह की उनको मिटाने की, उनकी हत्या करने की कोशिशें हो रही।
These words of Afzal Ansari, elder brother of Mafia Mukhtar Ansari and Samajwadi Party's Lok Sabha candidate from Ghazipur. Just 2 days later, news of Mukhtar Ansari's death comes from Uttar Pradesh's Banda.
उनके शरीर को आप देखेंगे, कहीं नहीं कह सकता कि कोई आदमी बीमार आदमी मरा है, बल्कि सोए हुए हैं और उनके साथ बहुत बड़ा धोखा किया।
शक नहीं है, यकीन है। यकीन है कि ये स्वाभाविक मौत नहीं, संयोजित हत्या है।
With his demise, an era has ended in Uttar Pradesh. An era of terror, gundaism and mafia raj. In Uttar Pradesh, organized crime was synonymous with Mukhtar Ansari. Just think of any crime and you will find Ansari's name on it. Whether it was mining, scrap, liquor, weapon supply, murder or political assassinations. From the 1970s, when he was part of a small gang, to the 1990s, when he started his own gang and began thereby his nefarious activities, Ansari had established a deadly empire of crime.
आज मुझे इस बात का संतोष है कि जो इसने किया था, उस तरह से ये खुद अपने ऊपर ये तिल करके नहीं मरना कहते हैं, तो उस तरह ये मरा है। जिसका साम्राज्य इतना था कि सरकार इसके आगे झुक जाती थी, पुलिस प्रशासन की तो हिम्मत ही नहीं, कोई बात ही नहीं करता था इसके खिलाफ, कार्रवाई तो बहुत दूर की बात है। आज उसकी क्या स्थिति हुई, इस व्हील चेयर पर घसीट के आया पंजाब से, तो जो किया था वो सामने आया और मुझे इस बात की रिलीफ है कि भगवान के घर देर है, अंधेर नहीं।
Mukhtar Ansari was booked over the years for 61 criminal cases across Uttar Pradesh for land grabbing, extortion and murder. On 14th October 1997, Mukhtar Ansari's gang IS-191 started establishing presence in Ghazipur. In the beginning, there were 22 members in Mukhtar Ansari's gang. Today, they are in hundreds. Ansari was jailed back in 2005 and even fought the Lok Sabha elections in 2007 from prison on a BSP ticket. From 2022 till now, Mukhtar Ansari had been sentenced in 8 cases. It was last year in 2023 that Ansari was sentenced to 10 years imprisonment for the murder of BJP MLA Krishnanand Rai. And just weeks ago, on 13th March 2024, Mukhtar Ansari was sentenced to life in the Arms Act case. Ansari's crime syndicate had spread across Uttar Pradesh, and while there were over 60 cases against him, he was sentenced in just about 8. Bureau Report, India Today.
Mukhtar Ansari was arrested in 2005. He's been transferred to several prisons since then. His reign of terror continued even though he was in prison, and not just in Uttar Pradesh, even when he was in a prison in Punjab. Not many dared to stop Ansari, but all of that began to change post 2017. What happened in 2017 and why did Mukhtar Ansari actually realize that his days were numbered when Yogi Adityanath became the Chief Minister of Uttar Pradesh? Our next report tells you more. dreaded Uttar Pradesh dawn-turned political leader Mukhtar Ansari was jailed in 2005, but his reign of terror did not end with jail. The gangster continued to run his crime empire from inside prison. Ansari was shifted from jail to jail, but he still wielded power from within the prison. Whether Ghazipur or Agra in Uttar Pradesh or Ropar in Punjab, whichever jail he was shifted to, jailers were known to either resign or go on leave.
जब उसको अंदर लेने की बात आई तो मैंने कहा तलाशी इसकी लो। इन्होंने कहा आज तक मेरी तलाशी कौन, हिम्मत पड़ती नहीं किसी की, आप क्या तुम्हारी क्या हिम्मत है? मैंने कहा भाई मैं जेलर हूँ, यहाँ पर कोई भी आदमी को मैं इस तरह से निर्द्वंद नहीं जाने दे सकता। उसके बाद ये ताव में आ गए। इन्होंने एकदम से ही कहा कि मेरे ये दो आदमी आ रहे हैं, इनको रोक के दिखाइए हिम्मत हो तो। मैंने कहा इनकी हिम्मत हो तो ये आगे बढ़ के दिखा दें।
जब ये गाजीपुर जेल में आया और गाजीपुर जेल का जो बैरक नंबर 10 था, इसको इसने पार्टीशन करके एक पोर्शन को अपना डीलक्स सूट बना लिया और वहां पर इसके लिए मछली का तालाब खोदा गया जेल के अंदर, जेल के भीतर। जी हाँ। और उस समय के डीएम जो थे वो जाते थे जेल में मुख्तार के साथ बैडमिंटन खेलते थे। जेल के ठीक सामने उसने कुछ कमरे बनवाए थे जहां पे इसके लोग रुकते थे।
During the rule of Mayawati of the Bahujan Samaj Party or Mulayam Singh Yadav of the Samajwadi Party in Uttar Pradesh, prison became a second home for Mukhtar Ansari, where he received VVIP treatment. When the gangster was shifted to Ghazipur prison, the telephone bill of the prison shot up. Ansari used to communicate with his gang from within the prison multiple times every day.
और एकदम बढ़िया भैया, आप ठीक है भैया? अप्रैल में ठीक भैया, छूट जाएगा। बहुत अच्छा भैया, हमें यही इंतजार, 1-1.5 महीने में पटक दूंगा।
Even though Ansari was in prison, his network spread across 6 states, including Gujarat and Maharashtra, continued to grow. However, in 2017, things changed for Mukhtar Ansari. While addressing an election rally in Mao, Prime Minister declared jails would henceforth be treated as jails.
यहाँ कोई भी बाहुबली जेल जाता है तो मुस्कुराता हुआ जाता है। ऐसा क्यों भाई? सारा सुख वैभव उनको जेल में उपलब्ध होता है। वक्त बदल चुका है। 11 मार्च को चुनाव नतीजे आने के बाद हम सच्चे अर्थ में जेल को जेल बना करके रखेंगे, फिर हम देखते हैं कैसे गुजारा करते हैं।
After Yogi Adityanath took over as Chief Minister of Uttar Pradesh in 2017, Mukhtar Ansari started facing trouble in prison. He was shifted to Ropar prison in 2019 for investigation of an extortion case in Mohali, Punjab. While in Ropar jail, Ansari did not apply for bail as the prison had become a comfortable second home for him. The gangster's luxury life in prison came to a halt when he was transferred to Banda jail in Uttar Pradesh on the 7th of April 2021. Mukhtar Ansari breathed his last in the Banda jail, where initial post-mortem report seems to indicate he died of a heart attack on Thursday. Bureau Report, India Today. The BJP and the opposition are at daggers drawn after Mukhtar Ansari died in prison. Politics on this subject has escalated. This after Mukhtar Ansari's son, Umar Ansari, made a sensational claim that his father was poisoned in prison. Netas from across the opposition party lines have condemned the Yogi Adityanath government after Ansari died. But the BJP has hit back. They've accused the opposition of Muslim appeasement politics in the run-up to 2024 elections.
Dreaded gangster turned politician Mukhtar Ansari died at the age of 60 in Uttar Pradesh's Banda prison on Thursday after he suffered a cardiac arrest. But politics has erupted over his death after suspicions raised by Ansari's family that he was being poisoned in prison. Opposition parties, including the SP, PSP and RJD, are demanding a detailed inquiry into Ansari's death. Congress MP Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary took a jibe at the BJP, alleging total failure of law and order in the state, especially in jails of UP.
बहाना बनाते हुए उत्तर प्रदेश में एक दहशत की महल पैदा होते हैं, हम सब जानते हैं, क्योंकि जेल खाना के अंदर जब पुलिस हिरासत में रहते हैं तब भी लोगों को गोली से भून दिया जाते हैं। ये हिंदुस्तान में और कहीं नहीं है जो उत्तर प्रदेश में है।
UP Congress leader Imran Masood described Ansari's death as murder. The BJP was quick to hit back, rejecting the charges as a bid for political mileage.
मुख्तार भाई ने एप्लीकेशन देकर 19 तारीख को ये बताया था कि मुझे स्लो पॉइजनिंग की जा रही है और जिस तरह से मेरे मतलब बिल्कुल स्वस्थ आदमी एकदम गिरावट महसूस करेगा तो उसे खुद महसूस होगा। उन्हें लगा था कि मुझे स्लो पॉइजनिंग की जा रही है और स्लो पॉइजनिंग के बाद उन्होंने कहा मेरी कभी भी हत्या हो सकती है।
कुछ लोगों की आदत सी बन गई है कि इस तरह के किसी भी मुद्दे को, चाहे कितना भी संवेदनशील मुद्दा हो, उसका इमोशनल एक्सप्लॉइटेशन करो और उस इमोशनल एक्सप्लॉइटेशन के पीछे उनकी मकसद और मंशा होती है कि देश के सौहार्द के माहौल को, देश के समावेशी माहौल को कैसे जो है उस पर सांप्रदायिक तड़का लगाओ।
UP Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath is unfazed. He said women and businessmen are all safe now in UP.
आज आप देख रहे होंगे, आज यूपी में कर्फ्यू भी नहीं है, दंगा भी नहीं है। आज यूपी में बेटी और व्यापारी दोनों सुरक्षित है।
The family of former BJP MLA Krishnanand Rai, who Ansari murdered, visited Kashi Vishwanath temple and declared that justice is finally done.
जी भक्त हैं बाबा के, गोरखनाथ के, गोरख पीठ के हम लोग बहुत पुराने भक्त रहे हैं और उनका आशीर्वाद मिला है। बाबा विश्वनाथ के यहाँ दर्शन करने आए हैं। आज उसी का नतीजा है कि आज ये दिन देखने को मिला है। बड़ा दिन है हमारे लिए, तो विशेष बहुत खुशी का दिन है। मेरे लिए दिवाली है आज का दिन।
The administration has formed a 3-member team to conduct a probe into death of Mukhtar Ansari. Bureau Report, India Today.
In the run-up to 2024 elections, politics is only expected to peak in the days and weeks ahead. We will continue to track developments on the story very closely, but that is all I have for you on this India Today special broadcast. Many thanks for watching.